Let me ask you something. How many browser tabs do you have open right now? How many times have you checked your phone while watching this video? We have been sold a dangerous lie about productivity, that being busy means being effective, that multitasking is a superpower, and that if your calendar isn't completely full, you're not working hard enough. But here's the truth. The very habits you think are making you productive are actually sabotaging your effectiveness, draining your energy, and keeping you stuck in a cycle of exhaustion. Today, I'm going to expose the biggest time management lie and show you what actually works instead. Hi, I'm Revathi, a leadership coach, and this channel is where your transformation into a leader will happen. We have been conditioned to equate activity with accomplishment. The more emails we answer, meetings we attend, and tasks we juggle, the more productive we feel. But research tells a completely different story. Studies from Stanford University found that multitasking reduces productivity by up to 40% and lowers IQ by 10 points temporarily, the equivalent of losing a whole night's sleep. The most successful leaders I've worked with don't do more things. They do the right things with complete focus. Let me show you how they achieve this. The multitasking myth. The first lie we need to dismantle is the myth of multitasking. Your brain isn't designed to focus on multiple complex tasks simultaneously. What we call multitasking is actually rapid task switching, and it comes with a huge cognitive cost. Each time you switch from writing a report to checking email to answering a text, your brain needs time to reorient. These switching costs add up dramatically over the day. Here's the reality. Researchers at the University of California found that after being interrupted, it takes an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to get back to deep focus. Think about that. If you check email or respond to a message just 5 times during focused work, you're losing nearly 2 hours of productive time just switching contexts. I once worked with a senior executive who prided himself on his ability to do it all. He would respond to emails during meetings, take calls while reviewing documents, and constantly switch between tasks. When we tracked his output, we discovered something shocking. His actual completion rate of important projects was less than 40%. We implemented a simple technique called time blocking, dedicating uninterrupted chunks of time to similar tasks. Within 3 weeks, his project completion rate jumped to over 70% while actually working fewer hours. The solution isn't working harder, it is working with your brain's natural capacities. Here's how. Group similar tasks together, all emails, all phone calls, all creative work. Block specific times for these related tasks. Remove distractions during these blocks, phone in another room, notifications off, etc. Use a timer to stay focused for defined periods. I'll show you my favorite technique in just a moment. The busy versus productive matrix. The second lie is that being busy equals being productive. Many of us fall into the trap of confusing activity with accomplishment. We can spend an entire day responding to emails, attending meetings, and checking off small tasks, yet make zero progress on work that truly matters. This is why we need to distinguish between urgent and important. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention. They create the sensation of urgency through notifications, deadlines, and other people's demands. Important tasks contribute to your long-term mission, your values, and your goals. They rarely come with notifications or external pressure. Stephen Covey and Dwight Eisenhower popularized this concept with a simple matrix that revolutionizes how you spend your time. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. True emergencies, imminent deadlines, crises, handle these immediately. Quadrant 2, important but not urgent. Strategic planning, relationship building, skill development. Schedule dedicated time for these. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. Most interruptions, many meetings, often other people's priorities Delegate these wherever possible. Quadrant 4. Neither urgent nor important. Busy work, time wasters, mindless scrolling. Eliminate these activities. The true secret to productivity lies in quadrant 2. Important but not urgent work. This is where growth happens. This is where you make proactive rather than reactive choices. I worked with a team leader who felt constantly overwhelmed. When we audited her time, we discovered she was spending over 70% of her day in quadrants 3 and 4, responding to non-critical emails, attending unnecessary meetings, and handling tasks that could have been delegated. We restructured her schedule to protect at least 2 hours daily for quadrant 2 activities. Within a month, her team's performance improved by 30% and she reported significantly lower stress levels. Try this. For 1 week, categorize your activities using this matrix. Then aim to reduce quadrant 3 and quadrant 4 activities by 50% and invest that time in quadrant 2. Practical techniques for real productivity. Now let me give you 3 practical techniques that will immediately transform your productivity. 1. The Pomodoro Technique. This is my personal favorite. Set a timer for 25 minutes and focus completely on one task. No phone, no email, no distractions. When the timer rings, take a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer 15 to 30-minute break. This technique, developed by Francisco Cirillo, works with your brain's natural attention cycle and has been shown to increase focus up to 200% for most people. I've seen executives who thought they could only focus for 5 minutes stretch to 25, then 50 minutes of deep concentration using this method. 2. The meeting audit. Most professionals waste 31 hours monthly in unproductive meetings. Try this radical approach. Decline or delegate all non-essential meetings for 1 week. For essential meetings, cut their time by 50% and require an agenda. Use this formula for deciding whether to attend. Is this meeting necessary for immediate decisions I must personally make? Will my input significantly change the outcome? Is this the only way to get this information? If the answer to all 3 is no, then find another way to stay informed without attending. And 3, the email containment strategy. Email is one of the greatest productivity destroyers of our time. Instead of checking email constantly throughout the day, implement these rules. Check email only 2 to 3 times daily at scheduled times. Use templates for common responses. Unsubscribe from newsletters you don't regularly read. Use the touch it once principle. When you open an email, immediately decide to delete, delegate, respond, or schedule time to deal with it. One senior manager I worked with was checking email 87 times a day, approximately every 7 minutes. When she switched to checking 3 times a day, she reclaimed over 90 minutes of focus time and reported that her quality of work significantly improved. True productivity isn't about doing more. It's about achieving more of what matters. The most successful leaders focus on effectiveness, not just efficiency. They recognize that time is fixed. We all get exactly 24 hours each day. The difference is how intentionally we use those hours. I'd love to hear which of these techniques you plan to implement first. Drop a comment below, sharing your biggest time management challenges. If you found this valuable, I've created a complete productivity transformation workbook with additional techniques and tracking tools, which you can download through the link in my description. Thank you for investing these minutes with me. I'm confident they'll pay dividends in your productivity if you apply what you've learned. Remember, you can be busy or you can be effective, but rarely both at the same time. Choose effectiveness.